We're constantly told, decade after decade, that the world is going to end if we don't address climate change. Granted, before about 10 to 15 years ago, this phenomenon was universally called global warming. Now, what I want to know is, A, if these people have been so sure over the years that global warming / climate change would bring an end to the world if not addressed, what happened to those predictions? B, why are the overwhelming majority of climate change activists on the left? And C, if so many of their predictions don't pan out, why are they not considered conspiracy theorists? Hey everybody, thanks for joining me once again in the endeavor to promote reason and logic. For MRC-TV, I'm Nick Kangadis. Let me preface what I'm about to say by telling all of you that I don't think climate change is a complete hoax. There are most likely things happening in our environment that could change the way we do some things in the future. I'm not saying that climate change doesn't exist at all, but I'm also not saying that climate change does exist. You'll just never see me wearing a sandwich board that says the end of the world is nigh. Let's just take a look at a couple of climate change predictions that have raised some eyebrows over the years in the truth department. I'm just pointing out instances where we're still waiting for these overdue predictions to come true. FYI, don't hold your breath. Take a look at this Associated Press article from 1989 that reported about comments by then director of the New York office of the United Nations Environment Program, Noel Brown. Quote, a senior UN environmental official, Brown, says entire nations could be wiped off the face of the earth by rising sea levels if the global warming trend is not reversed by the year 2000. Coastal flooding and crop failures would create an exodus of eco-refugees, threatening political chaos. We're still here, right? I think we've given enough time for this prophecy to come to fruition. It's 19 years after Brown's prediction was supposed to come true, and we're no closer to any nation being wiped off the face of the earth than we were in 2000. Number two, let's talk about the climate change prophet that everyone has heard of, former Vice President Al Gore. We all know about the documentaries that Gore has made concerning climate change. Now that it's 13 years after his first documentary, An Inconvenient Truth, was made, I think we can call out a couple of doomsday prophecies by a guy that was almost the most powerful man in the world twice. First, let me just say that Gore's flick was almost shown in every classroom in the UK before a judge ruled in 2007 that, quote, the apocalyptic vision presented in the film was political, partisan, and thus not an impartial scientific analysis of climate change, unquote. Judge Michael Burton ruled that An Inconvenient Truth was a, quote, political film. In essence, Burton ruled that Gore's film was more about political subversion and making money than a warning to the world. UK publication The Telegraph published a 2007 article pointing out Judge Burton's response to 9 claims made by Gore in the documentary. I won't go through all of them, but I will say that Burton felt Gore was being a little more than disingenuous, going so far as to call parts of Gore's assertions as, quote, distinctly alarmist. Quote, the Armageddon scenario as he predicts insofar as it suggests that the sea level rises of 7 meters might occur in the immediate future is not in line with the scientific consensus, Burton said. Even the Huffington Post noted in 2017 that Gore's rising sea level prophecy in the near future is 1,000 years away from being true at the pace sea levels rise currently. They always say the end of the world is coming, but then revise their statements every 10 years or so in order to keep people in a constant state of panic. So excuse me if I don't take the word of self-proclaimed socialist Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying,
the world is going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change.
Pulitzer Prize-winning editorial cartoonist. For the Washington Post, Tom Tolles wrote a brief op-ed in January, basically telling people that they need to stop nitpicking AOC, quote, the world's going to end in 12 years comment, because it's real, and you're all stupid for questioning it. Sounds like Tolles has become somewhat of a curmudgeon.
Get off my lawn.
Well, I'm going to question the hell out of everything. These socialists don't ever want anyone questioning what they want to do or their motivation for doing the things they do. And you know why? Because socialists don't like their bull called out in public. How dare you question anything they do? They're humanitarians. They're tolerant of others. They know how to run your lives better than you do. Shut up, listen, and oh yeah, shut up. These people conspicuously always on the left have no problems procuring any platform they want to promote their theories. But Alex Jones was banned from all media? I'm not endorsing Jones or his methods, but hell, at least he was right occasionally. But he's the conspiracy theorist. I'm not saying climate change is complete bullshit, but I'm not saying it isn't either. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and beat that notification bell like it owes you something so you know when MRC-TV comes out with a new video. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For MRC-TV, I'm Nick Kangadis.